Hey friend, it's Simply T again, and I'm having a date. That's right, I'm having a date from home. I don't know about where you are, but where I live, we are slowly shutting things back down, which includes restaurants, movie theaters, some churches and places of worship, and a couple other areas that I would usually take myself. But that's not going to stop me from having my solo date night. And there's nothing, nothing like some self-care. I picked up a cute little paint by numbers kit. I told you guys that I don't know what I'm doing. That's why I bought the paint by numbers kit, y'all. But I know I love acrylic paint. I know I love painting because it's fun and relaxing. And I love elephants. So I figured I would bring you along for my sip and paint. I think I'm pretty caught up on the sip part. So if you are interested in finding new ways to enjoy your solo date night for all of my solo daters or my daters who have booze and bays, stay tuned. I picked up this paint kit from Five Below, and it does come with 6 different acrylic paint tubes and 2 brushes. I've got my cup of water here for cleaning off to the side. Hopefully I don't make too much of a mess, and I do have my canvas and my mixing palette as well. It's an elephant, but if it comes out looking like a peacock or like a cockatoo or like a Chevy, hey, it's art. Okay, and can't nobody tell me different. I just wanted to check in with you guys tonight and just say hi. How you doing? Congratulations on making it through a crazy week. I have never had the chance to go to any paint and sip events because Rona got in the way of that, but that was on my my 2020 list of things to try for the first time. But we're gonna see. When it comes to dating myself, in my culture, it's almost like as a young woman, you're infantilized for the first maybe 18, 20 or so years of your life. So sometimes you get caught in between that space of like, no boys, no dating, no talking to guys, you know, don't put yourself out there. And then as soon as you hit a certain age, after that, it's like, whoosh, when are you getting married? Who you talking to? Are you gonna bring them to church? When do you wanna have kids? When are you gonna have kids? The clock is ticking. I'm in no rush to have kids, only because like, as much as I'd love to be a mom, I don't wanna end up, you know, being one of those young mothers who resents their child, or, you know, the person that they had their child with feels stuck in a situation. I've only just now in my life right now started to really take a look at what it is that I want to do for Tasha. And I feel like activities like self-date night are really key to that point in self-discovery that I'm in. So these are just a few misconceptions about self-dating and being single. For me, self-dating is a form of self-love, mostly because it's my way of recentering myself. You know, it's not this alternative to love. It is love, and it's love in one of its purest forms. It's giving me a chance to get to know myself in a more positive way. And it really takes a lot of reframing of the mind. It does. You have to take a step back and not just look at what didn't work in your last situation or what brought you to the point of being by yourself, but also what can you do better for you? How can you be a better partner and lover and friend to yourself? How do you recenter yourself? Who are you? Because there's a lot of people in relationships who have a totally different view of themselves when they really take a chance to look outside of the role that they play in that relationship. And sometimes they find out that they're a totally different person than who they thought they were, or they're a totally different person than who they are in that social circle or that friendship or that relationship. Maybe it's a little easier for me to do or talk about because I'm such an introvert. I'm an only child, so don't get me wrong. Just because you're used to being isolated, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's comfortable all the time or that it's a positive place to be. If you're spiritual or religious, it might be a time to ask God, what are you trying to show me in this time and space of me being alone? Just because somebody is dating themselves or makes the active decision or choice to date themselves, it does not mean that they're doing it because they feel like wah wah wah, or like, you know, okay, I'll just be over here dating myself. No, it's not somebody kicking rocks down by the shore. That's not what it is. One of the biggest things I will say I miss about being home during this season or this global pandemic is I used to take myself to the movies all the time. That was like my favorite pastime because as an introvert, you know, dealing with social anxiety from time to time, the easiest way for me to feel like I was still in public around people was to go to the movies. Because that way I could be around other people, but then I didn't have to talk to them and they didn't have to talk to me. So it's just like, hey, you're here, I'm here. Look, let's just enjoy this matinee and keep it popping. Whether you are, you know, in an exclusive relationship, whether you are dating casually and seeing different people, or, you know, you're single and you're just getting to know yourself and taking some time off, I think it's necessary for everybody to have a pretty strong relationship with themselves. But I don't want you to see it as like oh, you know, I'm going to date myself until I find someone else to date. Always make time for you. Always make time to just check in with yourself and see, how am I doing? You can get caught up in trying to satisfy standards and, you know, needs that don't necessarily align with your personal values or beliefs. And it sounds like, oh no, I would never get into that, but it is a very slippery slope and it's something that happens very easily. You know, first it just starts off with you wanting to be a good partner, wanting to be a good parent, wanting to be a good friend. We all know people, or we've all encountered people who kind of take on the personality of the person that they're friends with, or take on the personality of the person that they're dating sometimes. And we're like, okay, who is this? So it happens all the time and it's not always intentional. Solo dating is not a stand-in for your next relationship. It's not something that you do. It's not a bus stop. You know what I mean? Growth, self-improvement, self-reflection should not or does not stop just because you know, finally find somebody that you're meant to be with or you meet somebody new. It took me realizing that I was not the friend to myself that I was to other people, to really be like, ooh, okay, do you care for yourself in the way that you care for others? And to be honest with you, I did not. I hid behind my selflessness as a badge of honor for so long because I felt like that was something to be proud of. There's nothing wrong with, you know, having acts of kindness and selflessness and being known for that. But at some point, I realized that the love that I was pouring into my friends, the love that I was pouring into my relationships and other people's goals was a protection, was a cop-out, to put it plainly. It was an escape from facing my own fears and facing my own responsibilities. I was using the love that I had for other people and the love that I was capable of giving to others as an excuse to why I wasn't out there writing that book, you know, doing that podcast, publishing that song, starting that YouTube channel for so long. Married people, single people, players from the Himalayas, all need to be honest and self-reflective about our journeys that we have with ourselves and the people around us. The less time that we take, or I take, because I'm speaking to myself as well, the less time that we take to be honest with ourselves and use that time alone to reflect, the more you do a disservice to yourself. Because you end up getting into a situation and kind of making the same mistakes without even learning from them before you set out to make them again. Another misconception that I feel that a lot of people have when they hear somebody say, oh, I'm not looking for a relationship, or I'm just dating myself right now, is that you're just looking to hook up, which is not the case at all. Not always the case. Let me put it that way. I have friends who, when they say they want to be alone, they mean they want to be alone. They don't want to be bothered. They are focused on themselves. Either they're focused on themselves or their children or their careers. And they really genuinely mean that they are not looking to, be connected to another individual at the time. And I have friends who got them by the boatload, who have a roster, of individuals that they are enjoying their company with. A lot of us might come out and say like, oh, I don't need a relationship right now, or I'm not trying to be in a relationship right now. And you might meet somebody who makes you feel like, you know what, I might be wrong. I think I do want a relationship. Whereas you have some people who say, oh no, I'm not looking for anything right now. And those are the people who end up trying to do relationship things and gain relationship benefits from people that they don't want relationships with. So I don't think everybody that does that is inherently like a bad person. But what I'm saying is, I don't think you might necessarily be the most honest person. And you're not just lying to everybody, but you're also lying to yourself. That's just my personal opinion. For my ladies out there, for my gentlemen out there who say, oh no, it's cool, we don't have to be together. If you find yourself getting upset in a way where you realize that that person is not pouring the same energy into you as you are pouring into them, if you find yourself getting upset with that person, sharing themselves or their time with someone other than you, I'm telling you, it's gonna hurt. But you need to take a step back. You have to. If you're just out here looking for, a little whatever, just say that. If you know that you really want to be committed and you're just dealing with the pain of not being able to be committed, first find out where that pain is coming from. Find the source of that pain. And then also be honest with yourself about it and say, you know what, as much as I like this person, I realize that they keep showing me who they truly are in this situation. And as much as I like this person, it's best that I just kind of like bow out and just walk away, because you get so caught up in how you feel about the person. You get caught up in the chemistry that you might share or the history. That's one thing. History has a lot of us staying in situations a whole lot longer than we have to. Okay. Where we obligate ourselves to things because we've known each other for X, Y, Z, or I've known this person through X, Y, and Z. Or you always hear when people be like, oh, we've been through a lot. What have you learned? What have you gained from that experience with that individual? How can you serve yourself with what you've been through in that situation? Find a way to love on you the way that you're looking for somebody to love on you. So that way, when you do come across somebody else, there's nothing that they can do to make you feel like you're lacking that love, because it'll already be within. And I'm not trying to sound like that whole cliche, like, oh, love yourself before you love anybody else, because that can be annoying hearing, to be honest, to be completely honest with you. Know who you are, or have a better idea of who you are. So when you ask for certain things, you stand your ground, because a lot of us really, really do settle on our standards. We really do. Okay, so now that I have talked your head off about my current date night situation, let me just flip this over and show you guys what my painting looks like so far. Don't judge me, okay? Like, I'm gonna go through and color in the numbers a little bit more, but I just wanted to show you how it turned out so far. Not as bad as I was expecting, I'll be honest with that. So hold up, you thought I forgot, but I didn't. So even though this is a inside look to what a solo date night with myself looks like, of course I could not end this video without announcing the winner of my very first giveaway. Yes, so I'm really excited to share that with you before I let you go. The winner of my very first and not last giveaway is, drum roll please. So congratulations to you, sweetheart. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you for your encouragement and all of your kind words. Thank you for always click and play and just supporting me and watching with me. And before I leave, you know I couldn't just end this video with just one surprise. Just one surprise. Now, if you watched this video, you saw that I gave 2 options of prizes for my wig giveaway. And you know, I felt like, just because I've been giving away one, that doesn't mean I can't give away the other one just because I gave them 2 options. So that's right, I did another entry pick for this wig giveaway. So I'm going to be giving both wigs away, and the winner of the other wig is, yes! So I have 2 winners, guys. 2 winners to this giveaway. Guys, thank you so much, ladies, for all of your support. Thank you for always stopping by. To everybody who entered the giveaway, thank you so much for participating and just boosting me up. It means a whole lot more than you actually know. So I had to end my week with that good news. So if you are the winner, you should already be watching this video, girl, because we homies, we cool, we cool like that. But please stay tuned, because I will be reaching out to you directly for your information so I can get those gorgeous, lovely HD transparent lace wigs out to you as soon as possible. I will be posting the channels of the winners down in the description box below, because these are some really, really dope girls. This is how my painting looks so far. I'm about to finish the sip portion now that the paint portion is done, and hurry up and get these giveaway boxes together. All right, so God bless you. You made it through another week, and I will see you again right here, same place, on Monday. Love you. Thanks for watching.